we're extremely excited to have our kids back on campus. We knew coming in that there would be some unexpected things that we'd have to address, so we decided to go last Friday and just kind of watch the kids, how they kind of flowed through the school, how they, if we had any large gatherings that we needed to eliminate. The break was one of the areas that we felt like kids were gathering together too much. So we went back to the drawing board Friday afternoon and decided to take the breaks out. To accommodate for that lost time, we put a time in, it's a class change time. It's a 5-minute time between second and third period, which should allow the kids to come downstairs, use the restroom as they need to. Another thing we did was take some of that extra time and add it to lunch. So instead of a 25-minute lunch, we went back to the 30-minute lunch like we had last year. So we've made the adjustments, the kids have adjusted well, and right now everything's going well. The kids have adjusted to the new time schedule, so and the teachers are adjusting, and everything looks good right now. So the mask mandate kind of came down after Friday. We were watching some of the kids move around. We originally started with, as long as they were 6 feet apart in the classroom, they wouldn't have to wear their mask. But there was some confusion there, and then it's just too difficult for us to regulate. So what we did was require the mask on campus. As long as they're in class, they'll wear their mask. If they're eating lunch, of course, they can remove their mask. But after they get done eating, we ask that they put their mask back on. It just became a regulatory thing that was too difficult for us to do. So right now, we're going to require that they wear the mask inside the classrooms. The kids have done outstanding with that, and what I found in my career is kids will meet your expectations if you set expectations for them. The one-way hallways are designed to eliminate face-to-face contact, and with kids crossing in the halls, we just felt like it would eliminate some of the exposure. The kids have kind of figured it out. They have plenty of time to get from class to class. They just have to figure out which way they need to go to get where, which is really a pretty neat lesson for them to learn, because they have to have a thought process how to get from one class to the other. We do have teachers up there kind of monitoring, make sure people aren't violating it. But the way we do it in the morning when the bell rings, it's just get to class. The one-way halls don't start till after the announcements come on, and so it actually flows pretty smoothly throughout the day. So I think the kids have adjusted well to it. So lunch is, at first it was pretty chaotic. So we kind of got the kids now. We actually had to go out a couple days ago and put tape. There's duct tape all over the floor. So when the PTC asked the other day what we needed, we need more duct tape. We have duct tape in every 6 feet we have a piece of duct tape, and we ask that the kids sit on that. We know it's hot. Most of 2/3 of our student body's outside to eat lunch because we just can't accommodate that inside. So what we've done, we've ordered some awnings that we can attach to our building, and it should give us a little bit more shade. Once those come in, we'll put those out in the grass areas so the kids can sit under those and cool off. But we'll have to paint dots on the ground there, because we are trying to focus on the social distancing, and we understand that's important because they don't have the mask on when they're eating. So the 6 feet is really important. So we've taken care of that, and the kids have adjusted to that well too. So they kind of sit on their tape. They can still sit with their friends. They can visit. And so basically the way we do lunch is the 7th grade eats inside, 8th and 9th grades outside, the 11th grade eats inside, and the 10th and 12th grade are outside for the second lunch. So with the focus time, you might have noticed the change in the daily schedule. We start school a little bit earlier, we end school a little bit later. So what we wanted to do was put a time in our day where we could focus just on ACT enrichment, life skills, things like that we don't really have time to do in a normal day-to-day operation of a classroom. So this time is designed to focus on ACT enrichment. We purchased a program called iExcel. It's a standard-based program. This past week, we spent time doing the diagnostic test. What the diagnostic test does, it identifies levels for the kids. So each kid is on his or her own individual plan, working through the skills that they need to improve their ACT scores. Next week, we'll begin with our seniors. They'll start doing college applications, and they'll start looking at colleges, scholarship opportunities, and that kind of stuff, because most of them are done with the ACT. And of course, if they're going to take the ACT this year, we do want them focusing on the ACT as well. So next week, we kind of settled down in our normal routine. So Monday, we'll start with the Dad's Divine Mercy at 11 o'clock, where dads are encouraged to come to the chapel and pray for our students, pray for our Holy Savior in our community. Tuesday we'll have a senior parent meeting where senior parents can come and talk to the counselors and things like that. And then Thursday night we have our parent night. It'll start at 6 o'clock. We're going to invite the parents to come out, kind of experience your child's day. We're asking that one parent per child come. And we thought it'd be a little bit different this year, a little neat. So we're going to allow the parents to have an opportunity to kind of walk in their child's shoes for a day. So we'll actually start with our temperature checks, just like we do our children. We'll ask that the 7th and 8th grade parents report by the library. They'll go in that way, get their temperature checked. 9th and 10th grade will go to the activities building, and 11th and 12th grade will go to the gym. You'll get your temperature checked, you'll be given your child's schedule, and then we'll ask that you report to the child's first period class, and then we'll come on and do our normal announcements, and I'll come on the teams and make an announcement, kind of welcome everybody here. We'll ring a bell throughout the day, throughout the night, and let parents just kind of experience the one-way halls, let them experience the mask wearing, let them meet the teachers. We'll also have the PTC available. If anybody wants to volunteer to help with the PTC, we'll have our Spirit shop available if you want to buy Menard apparel. We'll have all that stuff available for you. So the way the schedule goes, we go to first period on Monday, second period on Tuesday, mass is Wednesday, third period on Thursday, and fourth period on Friday. Well, we only have 7 periods, so every second Friday, we run into a situation where the focus time, there's not a class for them to go to. So what we did, we split all the times up, and the focus time will be in the afternoon. Normally, that would be time where we have pep rallies and clubs and that kind of stuff, but we kind of want to reward our students for the first 2 weeks of school because they've been so good. So what we're going to do on the 21st is have an early release where the kids will be released from school at 2:40. The ones that drive can obviously leave campus at 2:40. The ones that are picked up, we ask the parents to come pick them up at 2:40 instead of 3:09. And if you can't come get your child, then we'll obviously hang on to them until 3:09. But everybody else will be released from campus at 2:40. It was great to see everyone at the Ignite rally. We spent August the 8th, a Saturday night, to try to introduce our student body to you, the football team, the dance line, the cheerleaders, the drum corps, all those guys were out there. We had a great night, over 400 people attended. We are trying to communicate with you as much as we can. Stay in touch with our Facebook page, check our website out. I will come back every week and do a State of the School address that we're doing now. You can also catch the newsletter on Mondays. The newsletter's released, so we're trying to keep you updated on information. Just please tune into those things and we'll update you as things go.